What's up, guys? It's Matterz. We're going to be talking about all of the dates for Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC 3, obviously the gameplay trailer, a possible intro cutscene, and the actual playable map. And we're going to be going through this article and really discussing and trying to formulate these dates and put them down packed and really say, you know what, this is the date when we're actually going to see it. And I think we have a pretty good lead on when we're going to see these dates and when they're actually going to release. And I feel like I'm a bit more confident for DLC 3, the actual playable map pack release, when we're actually going to be able to play it first on PS4. But for the gameplay trailers and the intro cutscene and any sort of minor teaser trailer from the map, it's a bit hard to predict for obvious reasons. I mean, trailers for Black Ops 3, they've been coming out at really weird times. The Rock trailer came out on a Saturday. You had another Rock trailer that came out on a Tuesday, but that was like the second one. And then you had a freaking Zetsubou no Shima trailer actually coming out on like a Thursday, and it was like an intro cutscene trailer. And then a week later, we saw finally the gameplay trailer, and that was only a few days before the map even released, so it's a lot later than ever expected. And it's just a whole cluster of everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really just is insane. So it's really hard to pinpoint that, but we do have some dates to discuss. And again, with DLC 3 as well, I think I'm a bit more confident, and a lot of people within the community know it. Jay, the Glitching Queen in this article, sort of not so much. They're saying some weird stuff, but we'll talk about this and when we're actually going to see it. So let's get through this. And yeah, so this is basically what they're saying. So this time around for DLC 3, it's very important to actually look at the surroundings on what's going on within the community, within the gaming sort of realm, to really see when they're going to release their stuff, when they're going to announce their stuff. Now, with Black Ops 3 DLC 1, we saw, they sort of released the first initial teaser trailer for Rock at this PlayStation sort of event. I'm not so sure what it was. If you want to look up a PlayStation event back in December, maybe I'll leave a thing up on the screen now or something of what exactly it was. It was just like this random PlayStation event. It really wasn't anything that big. But just keep in mind, it was a PlayStation event. Obviously, they get the DLC first, so they sort of, wanted to reveal and tease it and advertise it at their event. Now, if you think about what they're doing very soon, a huge thing is coming here, which is E3. Now, obviously, E3, Sony's going to have their own event. They're going to be revealing Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, and I feel like that is a prime time, especially within the Sony sort of conference and the Sony announcement, to actually release a DLC 3 teaser trailer, or just really anything regarding DLC 3. I feel like if they're going to do it, that's sort of going to be the time to do it. It just makes sense. They've done it before with the other Sony event, and this is a much larger Sony event at a much larger gaming convention that like the whole world really knows. Like, this is a huge thing. It's the biggest gaming sort of event of the year, where everyone reveals their games, teaser trailers, announcements, gameplay, everything really. So it would make sense for them to do that, and that would basically be June 12th, June 13th, or maybe around that week. So the week basically of, I guess, the June 12th through 13th, 14th, 15th, or maybe the 16th, you never know. Really, that week we're gonna have the chance to see a gameplay trailer for DLC 3. So it's coming next week, guys. 100% it's coming next week. There's no way it's not. I mean, if it's not gonna come next week, then maybe our DLC 3 dates are really off, because it's going to come a lot later than expected, and that's also another thing to talk about here, and we'll talk about why that's the case. So again, gameplay trailer should be coming next week, and it should really be Monday night next week, which I'm pretty sure is the 12th, and basically that's going to be when PlayStation reveals Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and probably also along with that, reveal Black Ops 3, and reveal their game for, the DLC 3 trailer with zombies as well. So that's basically the date that we're going to talk about here. This is something pretty cool. Now, it could mean that they're going to push everything a lot further than we actually expect, a lot further basically into the future, because now they're actually doing sort of this blackjack and new weapons and a new update for Black Ops 3 on June 14th, which is that Tuesday. So this is interesting. So Monday's the 13th, and so 14th is Tuesday. There you go. But basically that week, so gameplay trailer. But now we have an update for Black Ops 3, and usually when they do the updates, they don't do the gameplay trailers. So if we push the gameplay trailer to the next week, that leaves us only about 2 weeks until the possible release date of the game itself, the DLC 3 map pack itself, I should say, which is gonna be at least what I've been seeing all over the place. Noah J tweeted out, the Glitching Queen made a video on, I made a video back a month ago. It's just a simple thing, going through the maps and looking at the actual intervals between each map. And you can tell pretty easily that if you look, I'm pretty sure it's like 77 days between each map pack, 77 days between DLC 1 DLC 2, and then 77 days between DLC 2 and DLC 3, and the date that we all came up with was July 5th, Tuesday, July 5th. Now I know people have been saying the day after July, blah blah blah. In this article, this is what the article says. It's pretty weird. It's basically saying that it's thinking that it's gonna come in June. So you know, Xbox One, PC, it will reveal and sort of release in late July. And obviously, it's like, oh, they're saying, oh, because it's gonna be in September for DLC 4, so it obviously has to be in June. And it just doesn't really make sense why they're saying that. If you look at the actual intervals within the days, it makes perfect sense for it to be within at least the first week of July, maybe the last week of June, but definitely the first week of July, Tuesday, July 5th. It makes perfect sense if you look at the dates, the intervals between that. And again, DLC 4 is releasing basically a lot later than we ever expected. It's going to be potentially in the middle of September, the beginning of September, middle of September. So it gives more of a reason why DLC 3 will actually be pushed ahead instead of earlier. If DLC 4 was being released in August, there's a good chance that we would have seen DLC 3 potentially in the middle of June. We would see it like next week or right now. Really, we would be playing it right now, if that was the case. But since DLC 4 is obviously in the future more, in September, DLC 3 makes sense for it to be, you know, beginning of July. So that's basically what we're saying here. It talks about, you know, June 21st, June 23rd for PS4, and they talk about this like release date being around that time. I don't think it's gonna be that early, honestly. Again, it could happen, but the event and the announcement and the gameplay trailer, it needs to be within the next 4 to 5 days. If it's not within the next 4 to 5 days, we're not seeing the release the last week of June. There's no way they're doing that soon. It 100% is going to be the beginning of July, and that gives them 2 to 3 weeks to actually reveal and advertise and hype up DLC 3 for what it is, the gameplay trailer, the intro cutscene teaser, which again, 1 week we're going to see the DLC 3 gameplay trailer, 1 week we're going to see the intro cutscene trailer. I think they're obviously going to do that again. I'm pretty sure they did that with Horizon Direct to some extent. It was sort of more of like a cinematic trailer and then an actual gameplay trailer, but they're still probably going to do it with DLC 3. So 1 week gameplay trailer, 1 week intro cutscene cinematic trailer, and then obviously the next week the actual release date. Like I said, it gives them more than enough time to release everything, and it makes sense, and it goes along exactly what they did with Zetsubou no Shima. For them to release DLC 3 that early makes no sense. We would have needed to see a gameplay trailer today, right now, this week, this past week, or if it's E3, if it's on Monday night, then maybe we have a chance of seeing it at the end of June. But I just don't think so. I really don't think so. So again, that's really going to be it. Now, here's a quick question here, and we're going to talk about something a bit different. And I want to make a sort of separate video on this because it's a pretty interesting topic. We're going to be talking about in a different video what we actually want to see within the gameplay trailer and what we actually want teased within this trailer. And again, I'm going to be doing streams again talking about DLC 3, what we want for the game, what we want out of it, the different features, the linked information, all that insane stuff. So we're all going to see that very soon. But do you want me to make a video basically discussing what you guys and what basically we need to see within the DLC 3 trailer to get us hyped, and what we need to see in DLC 3 in general? Sort of like this. I'm probably gonna do this again where you guys leave your comments on what you want, and I make videos on it, talk about it, all of that insane stuff. So we need to do that again. We'll definitely start that back up very soon. But do you want me to do that? And is it right for them to put dragons within the DLC 3 trailer? Is it right for them to put all the stuff that we've clearly seen leaked already? Like, the stuff has been leaked already. It's been the code. So do you think they're going to hide it from us? Do you think they're going to put it in the Easter egg boss battle? Is it worth it at this point? Because I feel like, like I said, at this point, they've already leaked everything they need to leak. Or obviously, I guess they didn't want to leak. Unless, you never know. Maybe you're a conspiracy theorist here, and you think, like, oh, yeah, they're leaking this for a reason. But I just don't see it possible that they're just going to hide everything from us. We've seen dragons leaked, we've seen the different mech zombies leaked, we've seen a lot of interesting stuff leaked, PPSH, flamethrower. So again, I'm going to make a separate video on this, but if you want to, leave a comment below on what you want for DLC 3. Now, I doubt a lot of people are watching right now, and I know a lot of people do watch the whole video, so I guess that leaves you guys with another thing. Again, if you are watching the video, definitely leave a comment below, just DLC 3. Pretty simple there, so I can see the accounts that are watching the video, I can say thanks to you guys, and really just look at the guys that are watching watching the whole video, because it really does mean that you enjoyed the whole video, which is a really cool thing. I'm talking for 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know why I chose myself to do this, but you know, I feel like it's just something that I want to do. Basically, oh, I need to do another you know what? Right after I record this commentary, we're gonna do a channel update video. That's what we're gonna do. Because you know, I don't know why. But I need to talk about some stuff. But basically, that's what we're going to be doing. So again, leave a comment below DLC 3 if you're watching right now, and I'll make a separate video. I'll just make a separate video basically talking about what you guys want for DLC 3. And again, we'll be doing the streams, stuff like that, but that's probably going to be discussed in the channel update video. So again, one last sort of run around here with the dates. July 5th for the actual release date for DLC 3. That's definitely what we're expecting. I think it's hugely possible. We're going to see it July 5th, or maybe the week before, the last week of June, the first week of July. Those are the 2 weeks. We're 100%. I bet all my money that the last week of June, the first week of July, we're gonna see DLC 3 released. I'm telling you, man, it's just gonna happen. I just can't wait to see that date pop up in the trailer, and I'm gonna be like, yes, I knew it. I mean, a lot of people did predict it as well, but I don't know. It's gonna feel good. Hopefully, I get it right. If I get it wrong, that's gonna be hilarious. But anyway, that's gonna be that. And then the gameplay trailer. E3 Monday night at PlayStation's event. I'll have the actual release date times if we get confirmation that that's going to happen. Other than that, next week, 100% we're going to see something for DLC 3. 100% next week, we're going to see some sort of teaser, some sort of announcement that DLC 3 is going to be revealed, some sort of release date. We're going to see information and the trailer potentially for DLC 3, and I think it's definitely going to happen Monday night at PlayStation's event for E3. It's going to happen, guys. I'm telling you, if they're going to do it, they would want to do it on E3, huge stage for everyone to see, for everyone to know. It just makes sense. Like, if I was a company, I would do it at E3, you know? Like, the hugest gaming, like, it's covered by everyone. It's crazy. I don't think hugest is a word, honestly, now thinking about this. I'm in advanced English. I don't know, who knows, man? Who put me in there? But it's gonna be insane. So let me know what you guys think about this. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys later.